his ass in your front yard. I didn't come here to play my new song. You're the star of everyone. I didn't come here to tell you you were wrong, but I'll never admit that you're the one. You see, I don't know anything anymore, and I can't tell you why I'm busting down your door, begging you for more, 'cause everybody knows that you're a horrible girl. You see, I don't know anything anymore, and I can't tell you why I'm busting down your door, bleeding on your floor, begging you for more, 'cause everybody knows that you're a horrible girl. I'm just addicted to you, baby. Sha-la-la, 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 sha-la-la. Thank you so much. This is Robert Fromm on the electric guitar right here. Mr. Snook Hansel on the mandolin. He'll be playing drums a little later. And Mr. J. Tom Nadeau's coming up to play some pedal steel for us right now. When I first started writing this song, I thought I had a hit. And, you know, I write songs all the time, and sometimes you think you got, but I knew this one was a hit record. I just knew it. And I almost had the song finished, and I was driving down the road, and I heard the DJ say, "Up next, the new song from Ronnie Dunn, there ain't no trucks in Texas." I think that's what it was. And my heart sank, because I'd had a line in the song that said there ain't no oil in Texas. And so I waited for it to come around, and sure enough, it was the exact same concept, the exact same idea. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to pitch this to somebody bluegrass or something. So that's my plan with this one. But I love the song. It's called Guitars in Tennessee. No tornadoes in Oklahoma, hurricanes in New Orleans, whiskey in Kentucky, guitars in Tennessee. I never loved you, you don't mean the world to me. Without you I'm doing fine. Everybody says I'm gonna be alright. Freedom is what I'm feeling now. I don't need you in my life. Whoever your arms are wrapped around, I hope he's loving you right. There's no whiskey in Kentucky, I'm not missing you tonight. There's no taxis in New York City, no stars in Hollywood. I wouldn't go back in time to love you, even even if I could. Even if I could. Freedom is what I'm feeling now. I don't need you in my life. Whoever your heart is wrapped around, I hope he's loving you right. There's no guitars in Music City, baby. I'm not missing you tonight. Well, it don't rain in Seattle, in Las Vegas you can't lose. There's never been a king in Memphis, and Mississippi ain't got the blues. Girl, I'm not missing you. Freedom is what I'm feeling now. I don't need you in my life. Whoever your heart is wrapped around, I hope he's loving you right. There's no whiskey in Kentucky, guitars in Tennessee, tornadoes in Oklahoma, hurricanes in New Orleans. I never loved you, you don't mean the world to me. I don't miss you, I don't need you, I don't love you, baby. Guitars in Tennessee, thank you very much. I'm going to bring Lee Carroll up here to play some accordion with us. He'll be playing keys later, but got this one we're going to do. We're going to get all close and cuddly up here. This song's called Whiskey. I've got scars all over. They say time can heal the pain. I've got that heartache that seems to linger. I drown it with whiskey, it kills everything. I had a job, but I wasn't happy. I come from a real good, decent family. I'll take the blame for all I caused them. I drown it with whiskey, kills everything. I had a good, loving woman. She was the best thing ever happened to me. She did all she could. Now she's gone for good. I drowned it with whiskey, killed everything. Baptized in the whiskey river, My salvation turned into misery. One more for the road and my broken soul. I'm drowning in the whiskey. It kills everything. Mama, dry your eyes now. I know you cried and you prayed every day, but those 12 steps, I just can't walk them. I'm drowning in the whiskey. It kills everything. I'm drowning in the whiskey. It kills everything. Drowning in the whiskey kills everything.
Here's Red Barn Radio's Brad Becker to speak with Lark Watts.
Hey, thanks, Renee. As Renee said, we're with Lark Watts tonight on Red Barn Radio. We're glad to have you and this fast-growing ensemble with us. Yeah, it's getting bigger. Every song is a very dramatic. We're liking it. Music sounds great. Most of the music that you're playing tonight, as I understand it, is from what you called your Shangri-La sessions. Is that right?
Shangri-La Sessions Part 1, that's true.
All right.
It's kind of a half of a record, and we're planning on going in and doing the other half fairly soon.
All right, well, cool. I hope we can talk some about that. Before we go there, let's start at the very beginning.
Oh, boy.
Let's start. So, you live in Nashville now, but you were born in Winchester?
Well, I go back and forth to Nashville quite a bit, and I kept a place there for a long time, up until just a little bit ago. So actually, I'm living more in Winchester now, but I'm still going back and forth to write and do some work and things like that. But I love my hometown, and that's where I like to be honest with you. I like to sleep in my bed in my hometown.
Yeah, tell listeners about Winchester, Kentucky, because a lot of our listeners
home of
never been
L81.
Uh-huh.
They say that's the swamp water, I guess, is what you call it. Everybody always says, where do all these great singer-songwriters from Kentucky, there's something in the water? And I said, no, it's the L8. I think that's where it starts. But I just loved music from a very early age. Discovered Elvis. I made my mom buy me a record, the hits of Elvis.
Like at what
probably
age?
5 years old, something like that.
Was this about the time that you were singing Bible songs as a little kid?
About kindergarten, I realized I really liked singing. The teacher just asked who would want to sing a song, and I just kept raising my hand.
Uh-huh.
That's fine. I'd love to do that. And so I sang, I think, 2 songs at our little recital, if I can remember it correctly. And I was hooked when people applauded. I loved it. And then I discovered Elvis, and it was all over for a couple of years. All I wanted to hear was Elvis. I wanted to be Elvis. I also wanted to be a fire truck, but but it took me a while before I really got into songwriting. I was probably 13 or 14 when I started writing songs, I guess. So.
No, I was trying to imagine that teacher, when you open up your mouth and that voice came out as a 5-year-old.
Well, I took all kinds of choir classes and stuff.
Did you?
I think my mother had asked the teacher, was I a good singer? Why did she put me on so many songs? And the teacher said, no, he was just willing to do it. And so I don't think I could really, I don't think I was better than anybody else. I just wasn't shy at all.
Yeah, yeah. So the music was in you. And was that the same? So you got the Elvis stuff going on in your house. What about What about other sort of native Kentucky music? Was there bluegrass in the house?
Well,
kind of
Homer
thing?
Ledford from Winchester, huge bluegrass guy, mandolin maker, guitar maker. And so I actually bought my first guitar off home. Well, my second guitar, it wasn't my first guitar. My second guitar I bought off home, Homer Ledford. And I used to go over to his house and hang out with him. So I got a little bit of the
Wow.
bluegrass. But truthfully, early on, I was into heavy rock and roll. In junior high school and high school, I kind of got into that. It wasn't probably until college that I started to get more into singer-songwriter sort of thing.
So the junior high thing was the Death
Wish, yeah, it was
Death Wish.
A bunch of great musicians. In fact, all these guys are still playing one way or another.
Oh, come on.
All the time. We get together about once a year and have a little reunion show, and we'll play the songs we used to play back in junior high school and high school. It's always a blast. So.
And give us a sense of what those songs. I think I have some sense of what those songs were about. But
Well, we like the Black Sabbath.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that.
Uh-huh.
Judas Priest. Stuff I still like to listen to. AC/DC. Just really powerful songs, really. But that was kind of the younger me really liked the heavier stuff. And when I hit 19 or 20, I started discovering Springsteen was a big discovery for me. And then Townes Van Zandt, Steve Earle, a lot of singer-songwriters that really grabbed my attention. I didn't care about the distorted guitars and the heavy drums anymore. It was more just about, the song and the melody and the story.
yeah, and so I can imagine how you were turned on to Bruce Springsteen because he got radio play. Townes Van Zandt didn't.
No, Townes Van
How'd you learn about Townes?
Well, I learned about Townes through Steve Earle. I was lucky enough years ago to meet Steve Earle. We were in the recording studio, and he was talking about Townes. And I knew a few Townes songs, but he said, you got to listen to a bunch of Townes Van Zandt. You got to hear some Townes. If you're going to be a songwriter, that's what you got to do.
He called
And so
him
I
Townes.
Yeah, exactly. He named it, and his son is Townes.
Right.
So Justin Townes, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, when Steve Earle tells you to listen to a singer-songwriter, if you're going to become something, you probably should listen to it.
Yeah.
So I did, and that's how I kind of discovered Townes and was like, whoa, this is incredible stuff. And I like to go back if I like an artist, I like to know who their influences are so I can go back and kind of check where they're getting their inspiration from.
Now, there may or may not be a quick answer for this, but do you remember what it was that struck you when you first heard Townes Van Zandt?
It just felt like back porch singing and just pure soul coming out. Everything about him was just there's no filler. Every line is just precise and trim, and there's no fact on it. And that's what I liked about Townes. And anybody can relate to it. It's not going to be out of anybody's ballpark. It's just such a simple way of writing.
Yeah. Could you step up a little bit
Yeah.
closer to my?
Sorry.
No, that's cool. So when you decided to go to Nashville for the first time, was it your thought that this is a place where people are going to really give me some feedback that I value about the songs that I'm writing?
Yeah, at the
or-
time I thought I was really good at 22 or 23, and then I realized years later I wasn't. So I was really looking for someone to kind of show me the way, and a few writers took me under their wings and, taught me how to be a better songwriter, I guess. I'm always, to this day, I'm still studying songwriting.
Yeah.
Trying to become I want to figure out how everybody does what they do. Mathematically, how does this work, how's that work, and just write a great song. It's always my goal, is just to write a great song. But a lot of the Nashville writers, I got to meet Harlan Howard, who wrote over, 4,000 songs, and he gave me great advice. A guy by the name of Taylor Rhodes that wrote with Aerosmith. He was a rock and roll writer in Nashville. He wrote with Aerosmith, Bon Jovi, Ozzy, Celine Dion. He wrote some songs for Celine Dion. But anyway, he kind of took me under his wing, produced a rock and roll record on me in the late 90s. And so I was very lucky to meet a lot of really great songwriters that would kind of, show me a few shortcuts.
Yeah. Do you mind telling listeners what are some of the tips that songwriters, some of those great songwriters shared with you? Any that come to mind?
I'll tell you, Harlan Howard said, always finish a song, no matter what. If you don't think it's a great line, finish it. You're done. And he would get up every morning at 7 o'clock, have his cup of coffee, and he would write till 5 o'clock. Now, no Nashville songwriters do that. You have a 10 a.m. appointment with a writer, and you have a 2 o'clock, and mostly what you do is just drink coffee and talk, smoke cigarettes. That's mostly what happens. And maybe you get one song out of writing with 2 different writers that day, or half a song. But Harlan was different. He would get up every morning, and he worked it like a factory job. And that's why he had so many songs. But he would say, you know, there's a dummy line in this song, but I'm not going back to it. He would go have it demoed with it the way it was. He said, if somebody wants to change that later, let them change it. But if you start a song, finish it that day. Don't ever wait. And I think that's great advice. It's hard to follow all the time. A lot of times, a lot of writers try to wait for inspiration, and that's the worst thing you could do. You've got to sit down and you got to force it, wrestle it to the ground, you know, most of the time. Now, some of them you do have to wait for the lines to come. But for the most part, you've just got to face it head on and not walk away from it. And that's what he did. That's what made him such a great songwriter.
Huh. Yeah, I guess waiting, generally speaking, waiting is a bad idea, and a lot of...
Everybody's going to say, well, I don't write until I get inspiration. Well, you're never going to get inspiration. Just, you set a time and you do it, and if nothing's coming to you, you just start writing something. You're going to get something. If you sit there and work hard enough, you'll get something, you know.
Very nice. I am talking with Lark Watts. He is here with a large band. Reminds me of Lyle Lovett and his large band, right? Lark is here with his large band today on Red Barn Radio. We're so glad to have him, and we're going to come back and have some more conversation after some more music.
Yes, sir.
So let's welcome back, folks, Lark Watts.
Thank you very much. I wrote this song. A lot of times, if you're a songwriter, you wake up in the middle of the night with a song idea in your head or a few lyrics, and you get up and you write it down. The next morning, you look at it, and it's just the worst thing. It's gibberish most of the time. But if you don't write it down, one good one really might get by you. And I woke up the night before Thanksgiving, and I had half of a chorus in my head that I thought was good at the time. Backroads and Whiskey, how much she's going to miss me, tailgates and that pretty girl. And I don't remember, the next morning when I woke up, I looked at that, and I said, that's pretty good. Yeah, that can be a song. But there was a note next to it that said, this song has to be about a songwriter that has to write a hit song. And I'd made that note to myself, but I didn't remember writing it. And so I started thinking, why would a songwriter have to write a hit song? And I thought about some of the heartache I'd been through. And I thought, well, maybe he would need to write that hit song to get this girl he loved so much to come back to him. And if she heard this song on the radio, she would go, my God, he really loves me. I'm going back to him. Now that right there is just sad in itself, if you think about it, that somebody would have to do something just so amazing to make somebody come back to him. But anyway, I really liked how this one turned out. It's called Backroads and Whiskey. She loves country music, that's all there is to it. She danced on the barroom tables before. Her mama's a big Willie fan. Well, that didn't come out as planned. But country music, boys, that's what she's living for. I loved her, I lost her, flowers didn't work at all. I know it's crazy, but I thought maybe if I write her a country song. Maybe something like Backroads and Whiskey, how much she's gonna miss me, tailgates, and that pretty girl riding shotgun right here with me. A part where everyone sings along, a line about mama on a Sunday morning. Then I'll do my best to sing it like George Jones. She'll come back to me like she was never gone. But hell won't freeze over. I can't write a country song. Well, I guess I've lost my mind after all this time to believe one song could change my world. Oh, but brother, if you knew just what her love could do, you'd be writing and singing and busting down her door, singing something like Backroads and Whiskey, how much she's gonna miss me, tailgates, and that pretty girl riding shotgun right here with me. A part where everyone sings along, a line about mama on a Sunday morning. Then I do my best to sing it like George Jones. She'll come back to me like she's never gone. But hell won't freeze over. I can't write a country song. You see, there's something about the way she laughs, something in a smile that just won't let my heart let go. So if a song is what she needs just to get her back to me, let it blast out on her radio with everybody singing along. Maybe something like Backroads and Whiskey, how much she's gonna miss me, tailgates, and that pretty girl riding shotgun right here with me, a part where everyone sings along, a line about mama on a Sunday morning. Then I'll do my best to sing it like George Jones. She'll come back to me like she was never gone. She'll come back to me when she hears the song. But hell won't freeze over. I'm a fool for holding on. She loves country music, but I can't write a country song. No, no, no. Backroads and Whiskey, she never missed me. No, no, no. Thank you. What about these guys? Let's bring on the band. Hope everybody's having a good time. Thanks for listening, you know. I'll introduce these guys while I got a chance. You heard Tom Nato here playing the pedal steel. He also plays electric guitar. Robert Fromm on the guitar right here, and the baritone guitar. Blake Cox on the bass over there. Mr. Snook Hansel on the mandolin, now he's going to be playing the drums. Lee Carroll on the keyboards, accordion earlier. We got Jacob O'Donnell on the saxophone. Noah Tolson on the trombone. I don't know why you're applauding, you hadn't heard him yet. Sean Douglas on the trumpet. You go ahead and applaud, they're all right. So this is the first song on the CD. It's about where boy meets girl and decides he's going to mark his territory and says, I'm going to be your man. This one is called Be Your Man. Down low, I'm gonna be your man. Tell the other boys you know they gotta go. I'm gonna be your man. Put a lock on the door, let that dress hit the floor. I'm gonna be your man. Or we could take it nice and slow. You just need my hand to hold. I'm gonna be sweet love, gonna love you best I can. I'm gonna hold you in one place so you can't slip away. I'm gonna be your man, yes I am. Light a candle in a room, put on that Chanel perfume. I'm gonna be your man. Close the windows and the blinds, Thank you so much. This one's called When You Were Mine. When you were mine, I could do anything. When you were mine, the world was at my feet. When you cried, I was there to hold you tight. When you laughed, girl, when you laughed, Lord, how you shine. You'd been so lonely, I was just wild to run away. Hearts held on. We found out what love is, at least for a while. But in the blink of your eyes, it was gone, gone, gone. When you were mine, I was a decent man. When you were mine, my heart fit right in your hands. Now you're gone, long gone, moved on. I'm back to my old ways. I don't wake up alone. When I'm drinking, it's always a different face. Now there's a hole deep inside where you used to be. Sometimes it feels like I'm losing my mind. All you caused me was pain and misery. I'm giving up on love this time, time, time. Nothing can save us now. We lost a good thing that we found. You just can't do that to love, love. Well, it didn't take you long to find yourself another man. But I'll bet he don't know just what's in store for him. God have mercy, sweet mercy on any fool crazy enough to fall for a woman like you. Oh, when you were mine, mine, when you were mine. Oh, when you were mine. Oh, mine. Guess I must have been blind when you were mine. Oh, good night, sweet girl. You were right. You weren't so nice. I dodged your bullet this time. Dodged your bullet this time. right, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, folks, there's plenty more to come. This portion of Red Barn Radio is brought to you with the help of Chef Greg Scott, providing food each week for our volunteers and our musical guests. Greg has opened Broussard's Delta Kitchen on Main Street in historic Georgetown, Kentucky. Be sure to check out his great menu and get his updates. For more information, Broussard's Delta Kitchen is on Facebook.
Listen locally, working in concert to encourage everyone to embrace any opportunity to listen locally and engage with each other in a variety of shared experiences. You can learn more about Listen Locally on Facebook, Instagram, and at listenlocally.net.
The Griffin Gate Marriott Resort and Spa is Red Barn Radio's guest accommodation partner. It's the ideal choice for your next visit to Lexington, Kentucky.
AccuPrint is Red Barn Radio's print provider. For more information, AccuPrint is on the web at accuprint.us.
And now, folks, welcome to the second half of tonight's Red Barn Radio program. Red Barn Radio is coming to you live from the Performance Hall at Arts Place here in the great city of Lexington, Kentucky. Please welcome back Lark Watts.
Thank you. Guess I didn't hold you tight as I could hold you. Maybe that's on me. Is it too far gone? I'm still holding on, trying to be the man you need. Don't break me now, turn me away. I'm falling apart, missing you, girl. Have I lost everything? Tell me I've been a fool not to see what I got. I know how to love you, don't know how to stop. I've been doing much sleeping or working at all. Girl, I'm barely breathing, just waiting on your call to tell me to come back home. You didn't want me to leave, but these minutes are hours, the hours are days, and the phone doesn't ring. Don't break me now or turn me away. I wanna be your lover, your best friend, your everything. Tell me I've been a fool not to know what I got. I know how to love you, don't know how to stop. You say you're crazy, I guess I'm crazy too. I don't ever want to learn how to stop loving you. If you found someone else, he's a real lucky man. I'll move along somehow, best I can. And if there's still hope, or even half a chance, I know I love you, I don't want to forget. So I'm down on my knees, baby, my heart's in your hands. I just want to love you, let me be your man. I just want to love you, can't you understand? Thank you so much. Bring the horn players back up here. This song's about your head and your heart trying to resolve an issue. Your head realizes the heartache's over, it's time to move on. But your heart wakes you up in the middle of the night going, where is she? Get her back. What's wrong with you? Where is she? So I had this thing where I was waking up 2 or 3 in the morning and arguing with my own heart going, she ain't coming back. You just go back to sleep. But when the daylight would come, I would be fine. So I wrote this song called Middle of the Night. And it starts out kind of Nashville country and ends up heading towards Memphis with the horns. So let me make sure I'm in tune here. I don't want to mess this one up. I think we got it. It's been a long time now since you've been gone. Me, girl, I'm out here again, just singing these songs. Everybody says I'm doing all right. You see, he's laughing, smiling again. He's picked up the pieces, he's moved on with his life. But girl, they don't see me win. It's the middle of the night, my foolish heart won't let me sleep. It tears me apart. It's been trying, crying. I don't think it's gonna survive. Just gotta get through the middle of the night. When the morning sun finally comes, I shake it off. You see, I've learned to live without your love. This heart holds on. I try to explain, you ain't coming back, but it just won't listen to me. Your love jumped the rails, there's blood on the tracks, but somehow this heart still believes. The middle of the night, my foolish heart won't let me sleep. It tears me apart. It's been trying, crying. I don't think it's gonna survive. I'll be alright. I just gotta get through the middle of the night. I know you're gone. This heart of mine, it's got a mind of its own. Understand another man is loving, holding you tight. loving, holding you tight. Girl, I'll be alright, just gotta get. Lord, can you help me forget? I just gotta get through the middle of the night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Make sure I'm in tune. Doing pretty good, staying in tune pretty good. So this next song, I went in and I recorded 5 songs for the record originally, and I wrote this song one night and decided this has to be. Make sure I'm right there. I just love the song, but I wrote it when we were in mixing mode, and Tom was getting ready to go out of town on tour. I knew I had to have pedal steel on this song, so I called Dwayne Lundy, the producer, and I said, we got to get the guys back in the studio. I've written this song that just ties the whole thing together, and it's called I Know It Now, and it's one of my favorite songs. So. I've written songs about heartaches, spent my life singing the blues. I thought I knew love, what pain was, just what it felt like to lose. But what I thought was pain was a soft, gentle rain compared to what you put me through. I didn't know how much this poor heart could take, just losing a woman like you. I found out, no doubt, I know it now, I know it now. I found out, no doubt, I know it now. Now I broke a few hearts in my time, ran when I should have stayed. But between you and me, girl, I believe then you took your love away. You showed me pain is a runaway train. You tied me down, cut me in two. I didn't know if I could even survive losing a woman like you. I found out, no doubt, I know it now, I know it now. I found out, no doubt, I know it now. I know love is a 4-letter word, like pain, lies and gone. The more that I see, less I believe anyone could ever hold on. Lord, I pray I'm wrong. So somewhere in time, if you change your mind and you want to love me again, you want to see if you and me can forget and somehow forgive. You need to know my heart let you go. It couldn't hold on in the shape it was in. No, no, no doubt. songs about heartaches. Spend my life singing the blues. Thank you very much.
Once again, here is Red Barn Radio's Brad Becker.
Let me just scoot up here a little bit. Wow, great set.
Thank you.
Love the full sound of everybody. You guys are just really making it happen up here. And you know, when you're doing your thing up here with the band and the horn section and everything, I mean, I'm hearing Otis Redding.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm Wilson Pickett. I mean, I guess I'm wondering what kind of stuff do you guys do for covers when you play out as a big band? Do you get a chance to play out, you know, with an ensemble?
With a couple
this
of these
size?
guys, I do. With a couple of guys, we play out occasionally. We'll do covers. People request a lot of times. A lot of old Stax records, this kind of stuff. That's the Motown kind of a sound is what I kind of go for, and some traditional country too.
But that takes more than just a couple of guys. to
Yeah,
go out
but
and
we'll
do,
still
'cause-
try it with 2 or 3 guys.
Well,
We can still pull it off.
well, you know, yeah. If there's anybody who can pull it off, it's you. I mean, you have this. I mean, you have this way of sort of giving, you know, cred to sort of normal feelings
Thank
that that we have from day to day. I think I was thinking. I think I want to take you to my doctor the next time I go over there to talk about the trouble I'm having sleeping, and maybe, you know. I mean, my version is, you know, I don't know, maybe I have sleep apnea or something. And I think you would be more persuasive if I could just say, let him tell it.
Let him tell you. Yeah. I'll figure out a way to tell him the story, you know, in a thrilling way.
That's just awesome, man. I just so enjoyed that.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, so you don't necessarily travel about and play out with a group this big, but when you did your...
It's hard to feed a band this big.
Yeah, I would think so.
Really is,
But
so.
when you did your Shangri-La sessions over there with Dwayne, did you have this kind of setup?
A lot of these guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Tom played guitar and pedal steel. Lee played the keyboards on the whole thing. Blake played bass on the thing. So half of the guys here played on the record.
Yeah.
And a lot of the other guys I play a lot of live shows with. So it's a mixture.
Yeah, and so tell us what you were meaning. So when we started off, you were talking about sort of Shangri-La Part 1 and then Shangri-La Part 2.
Well, when I first went in to record the record, I played Dwayne these songs that I'd been writing. Guitars in Tennessee was one of them I played earlier. A couple of the ones I played earlier were supposed to be on the first part. And so I went through the 5 songs I was wanting to do. And he said, what have you been writing recently? And I said, you don't want to hear what I've been writing recently. I went through a breakup and you don't want to hear these songs. He said, play one for me. And so I played Don't Break Me Now. And he goes, that's on the record. And then there was another one, what was it? When You Were Mine. He said, that's on the record. And so I went in thinking it was going to be more of a country sounding record than anything, kind of an Americana feel. I mean, I knew we wanted horns on it and I knew we wanted pedal steel, but I really thought it was going to be a whole different thing. And once we started putting the songs together, I said, man, this is a heartache record. It starts out with a guy falling in love with a girl and it ends with George Jones, he stopped loving her today. So it kind of goes through the whole spectrum of a heartache, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And part 2, the way it kind of resolves out. So, you know, with a little bit of hope at the end, I guess. How you...
But that's why you didn't want to. That's why when you said, "Here, I got a couple of these tunes," you were just thinking it was a different concept, or did you not consider them
when
viable?
he wanted to hear the new things I'd been writing, I didn't think he'd want to hear the breakup songs that I'd just written a few months earlier. I didn't think anybody'd be interested in that.
But you were happy with the songs.
Yeah, I liked them,
Yeah.
but I wasn't wanting to play them in front of people. They were kind of personal, you know?
Yeah, right.
I mean, Don't Break Me Now, I wrote 2 days after I walked out on this girl, and, you know, I sent it to her in an email 2 days afterwards, and I didn't think I'd be putting it on a record anytime soon.
Yeah, I get it.
But, you know, that's what Dwayne really liked it, and once I heard the drum part on it, I fell in love with that song. It ended up being a really cool kind of a train thing that the drummer Trip Bratton put on the song. It just changed the whole complexion of it. So Dwayne was really instrumental in picking out the songs that we were doing, you know.
Did he play any role in choosing the personnel?
Yes,
who
he
played
did. In
with
fact,
you?
I told him, because I play with a live band, different live guys all the time, and I told him, I said, I don't want to bring any of my live guys in. I want you to pick the players that you think will work best for these songs. And my only caveat was Lee Carroll, because I'd been hearing Lee play all over town. And I said, the only thing is, Lee Carroll has to be the B3 player and the piano player. And he said, well, that works out pretty good because all his equipment is here at the studio, which I didn't even know that, you know. So Dwayne was going to pick Lee whether I picked him or not, but that was the only guy I said I've got to have, you know. And and then when I met Tom, I just fell in love with his playing, his electric guitar playing and his pedal steel.
Yeah, do a great job, man. Yeah. So let's talk about what else you do. So you've spent some time doing, helping others do music videos. You've done some music videos of your own. Did you study that at ETSU?
I studied a little bit at Eastern Kentucky and then a little bit more at MTSU in Murfreesboro, Tennessee years ago. But a lot of that you learn it on your own. A lot of the film stuff, the editing. And what happened is in 2004, 2005, I did a video for myself, pitching it to Nashville record labels, going, hey, this is the video. This would be the first single off this record if you wanted to do a deal with me. And they just said, well, who directed this? I said, well, I kind of did. Well, how much would you charge us to do a video for these guys? I'm like, well, I don't know. How much do people charge for that? And then when I found out how much people charge for it, I said, well, yeah, I can do that for a while. Man, I never made so much money in my life, and it was so much fun. But after a couple of years of it, originally everybody let me be creative and do my own thing. And then after a couple of years, people start saying, I want it done like this. I want to do it like that. And if anybody knows me, money means nothing to me. I will turn down a high-paying job in a heartbeat if I don't like it, which my mother thinks I've lost my mind. But,
well, I think I do too.
But honestly, if I don't like it, I don't want to do it. You've only got so much creative time in a day, and I don't want to waste it on some crappy country song for some 23-year-old singer who can't really sing. What's the point in that, you know? Even if I make a lot of money, there's no point in it. But I like doing music documentaries. I'm just finishing up one now. I think it's called Female Fiddlers of Kentucky. And it'll be on KET. And it wasn't a high-paying job, but it was one of those jobs I just said, yeah, I'm into that one. How much does it pay? I didn't pay much. Oh, I don't care. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm not real smart when it comes to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do what I want to do. I've never grown up, is what it boils down to.
Hey, go back though to the time when it was fun making videos, and I know there are folks listening, musicians listening, who are just getting out there and they're kind of wondering, you know, how do I go about making a video that'll represent my band in a positive way? It's going to be on YouTube. You sort of have the music has like pre-MTV and post-MTV.
Well, you could spend a fortune if you want to, but there's no reason to. You could do it on your iPhone, your Android. A lot of this stuff. And the editing, I could teach you how to edit in 15 minutes. I know I shouldn't be telling people this, but it's very simple. There's not a lot to it unless you get into all these crazy effects that nobody wants to see anyway. I tell everybody, do it yourself. Just you figure out a concept. The people would hire me for the concept. They'd say, okay, here's a song. Could you come up with a really cool idea for the video? And I would come up with one idea. Usually it was my third idea that was the home run. The first two everybody else would think of. And so don't settle on your first idea. If you've got an idea for a music video, think of a bunch of things before you settle. And then just piece it together and just be hard on yourself to make sure you get good quality stuff. But you can do it. You could do a great music video for $500 if you really wanted to. You know. I know I'm pricing myself out of it, but
so if I had a band and I came to you and said, you know,
I'd say do it yourself.
And you said do it myself, I would say I don't want to do it myself. I want it done in a pro way. Yeah. And I want my video to sort of have that sort of pro feel to it. Yeah. Were you able to do that for people too? Yeah. If that's what they want, yeah. But I'm not going to be cheap about it, you know. If it's going to take up my time, I'm going to make sure I make an awful lot of money. Yeah. And how do you decide? So you have some music video of your own. Yeah. Right? And so how did you decide what songs you were going to use for your music videos of all the songs that you have? Well, for this record, I knew I wanted to do Don't Break Me Now because I like the drum beat so much. And I had the idea of a girl playing that drum beat in the warehouse with me, you know. Yeah, that was cool. And the words, pain, lies, love is a four-letter word. It's one of my things I think to myself. And pain, lies, gone, all four-letter words. So I flashed all these four-letter words on the wall. The video didn't come out exactly like I'd envisioned it,
But, I did it very cheap, didn't cost a lot of money to do, and I didn't spend an awful lot of time on it. And it turned out being a really nice video for what it is. And the other video that we've done already for it is When You Were Mine, and that was, we record, everything we did in the recording studio, I had somebody there filming it, so we could kind of document the whole thing. And I kind of piece things together like that. And I'm trying to figure out which the next video is going to be. I'm looking at it thinking which one would be best for the next one. So.
Do fans weigh in on that?
Oh
at
yeah,
all?
my mom and my uncle, and a few other people.
Always
weigh
good
in
to
from
let
time
your mom
time.
weigh in.
Yeah, my mom weighs in pretty heavily.
Oh, go ahead though with what you were saying.
Well, she'll tell you if she doesn't like something, she'll let you know. I don't like that one. That's no good. And I'll play it anyway, and she'll say, "You just never take my advice." She thinks music ruined my life. When I discovered singing in the guitar, she said that ruined your entire life.
Is that really true?
Well, she's kidding. It's been the biggest joy of my
Wow.
life. No, she knows it didn't ruin my life. It's just something that once I grabbed onto it, that's all I wanted since I was 5 or 6 years old. So.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad you could be here, and it's really been fun to talk to you, and great to meet you,
Great.
and especially great just to hear all this this full sound.
A
you
lot
know,
of sound
it's
coming out
a
of
lot of sound. and
9
it's
guys.
just really filling us up here.
The
We're
background
just
singers
enjoying
couldn't
it.
make it. I would have had 2 more girls, but they just couldn't make it tonight. So.
Well,
I was
next
really
show.
going to scare everybody with all the microphones.
Well, we'll have something to look forward to next time, or else we'll just add it in post.
Yeah.
We'll add some.
Nah, no, I don't.
No, we won't do that. No, we don't do any of that stuff. All right. Well, let's get back to some music with Lark Watts and his big band, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a hand.
Thank you very much. Before we start, I'm going to get in tune because I know they can edit it out. All right. This song's about somebody telling you they don't love you anymore, they don't want you anymore, they don't need you in their life. But then on a Friday or Saturday night at 2 or 3 in the morning, the telephone starts ringing. Three in the morning, telephone's ringing off the wall. Guess the bar's shut down. Nobody else was picking up your call. You know I always do. I got it bad for you. Your friends keep saying now I'm just your fool. But tell me, where do you run when the lights go down? Who do you need when you've been kicked around? My door is open, there's a candle burning for you. I'll wreck you tonight. Hold on tight, drop that needle in some love song groove. Said you need mercy, there ain't no mercy for you. The sun shines in, wakes you up, you're crying again. Said you tried so hard to change, walk away, shed your skin. You say you're over me, but then you're back here, baby. What's a man supposed to do? Tell me, where do you run when the lights go down? Who do you need when you've been kicked around? My door is open, there's a candle burning for you. I'll wreck you tonight, hold on tight, drop that needle in some love song groove. mercy, there was no mercy. You broke my heart in two. I know what you really came here for, and I ain't gonna turn you loose. Said you need mercy, there ain't no mercy. I'm gonna wreck you tonight by candlelight. Drop that needle, some love song groove. Hold on tight, tonight's your mine. I won't turn you loose, there ain't no mercy for you. Three in the morning, telephones rang off the wall. Come on over, baby. Come on. Thank you. All right, the horns are back. So this song you'll know. How you doing up there, Ed? He said, I love you till I die. She told him, you'll forget in time. As the years went slowly by, she still preyed upon his mind. Kept our picture on the wall. Went half crazy now and then. He still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. Kept love letters by the bed, dated 1962. He had underlining hair, every single I love you. I went to see him just today, but I didn't see no tear. All dressed up to go away. First time I've seen him smiling here. He stopped loving her today. We all wondered if she would. It kept running through my mind. This time he's over her for good. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath on his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. He stopped loving her. They placed a wreath on his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. Robert. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath on his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. The great George Jones. So this is the next song I wrote years and years ago. I was traveling with a little rock and roll band, and I came home from about 2 weeks from playing to see my girlfriend, who I lived with. And she met me at the front door with something in her hand that scared me to death, and all I could say was, baby, 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 baby. That's the only words that would even come out of my mouth. She found out I had been being unfaithful, and she didn't take it too well. I was a young man then, so don't judge me. 25 and, seeing the world, come on. But anyway, that's where this song came from, and luckily enough, she took me back, or she didn't kill me anyway. It's called Put Down the Gun. From your face, let them flow right out the door. Your daddy's back in town, he ain't gonna fool around. Oh, you no more, no. See now, I ain't what you call a faithful man. I've been caught sneaking around the back door. I know you would not look underneath the bed unless you hid there before. Can you ever forgive me? I was only having fun. on you no more. Baby, baby, you got me loving you. And it ain't so hard to figure. All you gotta do is run your hands up and down my body. Please take your finger off the trigger. Hey! Can you ever forgive me? I was only having fun. I know you love me. You really don't want to hurt me. Oh, mama, please put down the gun. Oh, mama, please put down the gun. Please put down the gun.
What a great show. Do you all agree? We would like to thank Lark and his band for being with us this evening. We thank our volunteers for their help with our production each week. We give a very special thanks to Becky Alfrey for her work with our social media and the photography of Nick Lazaroff. Thank you all for listening to our webcast and tonight watching us on YouTube Live. And those listening to us on the Red Barn network of stations, especially we thank WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner serving Central and Eastern Kentucky. WEKU is Kentucky's NPR station. Live streaming and more information at weku.fm. Remember to check out our new schedule on WEKU with 2 hours of Red Barn on Saturday beginning at 6 p.m. And again, we are on the air Sundays at 8 p.m. It's your chance to hear more great live Kentucky music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU.
And we also thank the members of our studio audience for supporting the mission of Red Barn Radio, which strives to present, promote, and preserve the rich musical traditions of this Kentucky region, and then share this treasure with the world. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Performance Hall at Arts Place, here in the great city of downtown Lexington, Kentucky. Our website has updates and further information on our guests and our program. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. Tickets for Red Barn Radio are now available on the web at eventbrite.com, Lexington.
Next week, Red Barn Radio presents No Deceit. From their first single, Harlan Bridge, in 2015 to their current EP, Bar Band, in 2017, No Deceit has shown time and time again their passion for revamping Southern roots and a backwoods sound in their Southern rock country mix. Their end goal, a true revolution in country Southern rock music. Female lead singer is Allison Stafford, belting from the top of her lungs while lead guitarist Michael Bradshaw electrifies the audience with his insane guitar solos. All of that combined with Eric Scott's incredible talent on bass and background vocals, and Jaron Mudd's energetic performance on drums. This all creates a one-of-a-kind show that is a rare to see from country bands anymore. The band writes all original music together and creates music that is unlike anything you've heard yet. Sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Be sure not to miss No Deceit next week on the Red Barn stage. Who in the audience would like to hear one more song from Lark Watts tonight? Let's give it up, Lark Watts and Band.
This It's a Kentucky songwriter song made famous by Tennessee Ernie Ford. It's a Merle Travis song. It's called 16 Tons. Some people say a man is made out of mud. Poor man's made out of muscle and blood. A muscle and blood, a skin and bone. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. Y'all 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't call me, I can't go. All my soul to the company store. Born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I grabbed a shovel-headed end of the mines. I loaded 16 tons of number-9 coal. Boss man said, well, bless my soul. Y'all 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older, deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't call me, I can't go. All my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, you better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. Left fist is iron, the right one's steel. If the left don't get you, then the right one will. 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older, deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't call me, I can't go. All my soul to the company store. Thank you all for hanging with us. We certainly had a good time tonight. Thank you very much.
Lark Watts. Well, folks, that's all of our program from Red Barn Radio tonight, from live from Lexington, Kentucky. You can see and hear us worldwide as we stream live and on the web and on YouTube and Facebook Live Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern in North America. Our program is also available on the WEKU app. Check out Red Barn Radio on demand. You can donate to help the continued success of Red Barn Radio simply by clicking the PayPal link on our Facebook page or on Red Barn Radio's main page. And now from all of us here at Red Barn Radio, to all of our friends worldwide, it is our hope that you have a terrific week. Until then, go well.
If you're going to get a CD on your way, make sure you grab a CD on your way out the door. That doesn't cost you anything. Just take home with you and listen to it. So, thanks for hanging with us.